Welcome to Make Money Online with Publications, Products, and Podcast. And this is a micro lesson. And I am Majesty AliNICOLE WOW, and I'm looking forward to bringing this micro lesson to you today. Now, this is a very exciting time to be in the online space. And if you're new to the online space and entrepreneurship, you certainly want to be taking advantage of what's actually out there and the infinite possibilities and starting to really explore. But I like to simplify your process for you by just providing some simple ways that you can start to make money online as you are building up your brand and your business and really getting your feet wet in the online space. Now, this particular micro training will benefit even those who are seasoned entrepreneurs, so to speak, but maybe haven't gotten into product development, or maybe they have and they've made it hard. But there's something here for everyone. So let me just jump right into talking about making money, of course, online with publications, right? So the digital space is the dominating force during this time. So you want to make sure that you are positioning yourself accordingly with simple products that are easy yeses for individuals and affordable, of course, and being able to then maybe use those to introduce them to something more expansive. Now, using publications, whether it's in ebook format or even the traditional publications, one thing we know is reading will always be fundamental. So you want to make sure that you are definitely having publications. Some of you may be thinking, well, I'm not a writer. I'm not really see myself as an author, so to speak. But here's the deal. You are an educator. You are an influencer. And every influencer should have some level of a publication. For some reason, publications seem to be more highly esteemed over degrees and certifications. And there are simple ways that you can get published and be able to position yourself, even if you are just a one or two steps ahead type of expert and authority. You still want to be able to show up in that way. Now, over the years, I've published over 300 works on Amazon, and I serve different industries. And a lot of those publications are low to medium types of publications, 30 to 70 pages, what I call micro messengers or mini books. And I've used a platform called Kindle Direct Publishing, which is a print-on-demand company of Amazon, and it's free to use the platform. They provide even free ISBNs, free book cover templates, so you don't even need a budget, so to speak, to get started using this platform, but you can produce content in ebook format and a paper book format as well. And as I mentioned, being able to have some micro lesson types of trainers. So these can be journals, they can be tip books, they can be how-to books. You just want to be able to provide value. And that is a way to be able to start making money online with publications using Kindle Direct Publishing. Okay. And something that's so great about Kindle Direct Publishing is that you can be published in 24 to 72 hours and have your works up on Amazon. Have your works up on Amazon. All right. Now, I want to start talking about products and digital products and a platform that you can use to be able to upload digital products. But first, let me talk about products that really do well in terms of making money. Now, info products are ones that really do well. Anytime you're informing individuals about a particular subject, and again, these can be micro lesson types of messages, micro lesson types of trainings, products, so to speak, or info products, or they can be mini courses. However, they don't have to be in mini format. You can make them as long as you want. But create simple digital products. You can use a Zoom conference line, the recordings. Zoom provides audio and video, MP4 and M4A, so to speak, or MP3, so to speak. You can use those, develop products, simple products using Zoom, and then you can upload them to a platform that's called Gumroad. And Gumroad is free to use. It's very simple platform to use to produce your digital products or make them live and available for the public. All right. So again, you can create, whether it's mini courses or just info products or master classes, so to speak, mini trainings. You can do however many products you want, or as little products as you want, in a sense. But if you want to make money online, I would say definitely diversify and have more than one offering, but at least get started with one. And if it is a mini training or a mini info training or so, then definitely let that be the product that you bring forth for this format. And again, using the product called Gumroad. All right, the site called Gumroad. And also I want to just mention even about Gumroad, because you can really build out an entire online empire just within that platform itself. They have a newsletter component, membership, building community there, and also podcasting, which we're going to talk about using podcasting. But you actually can use that platform and upload your podcast episodes there, and also to make it a paid initiative. So you can have a podcast, paid podcast community. So let me go ahead and segue to talk about that, because that's something that I do recommend, is that you actually do create podcast products. I produce a lot of podcast series products, and they can be 3 to 5 segments or so. But you can do more and actually create it as a literal product. But you can have a community. A lot of people use Patreon, so to speak, and different other platforms that they use to segue people to a paid experience. They provide some type of free podcast initiative as a lead-in, and you can do that, for sure. And I'll talk about platforms that you can use. But if you want to do paid initiatives for podcasting, Gumroad would definitely be a great platform for you to build a podcast community. And again, ways to make money online. So let me kind of bring this into a cohesive type of experience. But I want to talk about different platforms also that you can use to position your products and even your podcast on from a marketing perspective. Now, I use a concept that's called bloggertizing. I coined myself with that term years ago, where you take microblogs and then you start to actually produce blog types of advertising for your particular initiative. And they don't necessarily all have to be your advertising just a product. They can be where you are providing value, but it's just in a microblog format. Tumblr.com is a good platform to use for that. Also Blogspot, which you can find at blogger.com, but it'll give you a Blogspot URL. And these are platforms you can position your publications and products on those platforms. And then if you have a podcast, you can also position the link to your podcast or YouTube page on that, and then start to market it as a cohesive experience. Now, platforms that you can use for podcasting that you can podcast for free on, you can use TalkShoe.com, Blogspot, Blog Talk Radio, and also you can use Spotify, you can use SoundCloud, Podomatic, and also Spreaker. So there's other ones that you can use too, of course, Apple. But these are good ones that you can use to podcast for free. But again, if you then want to segue people into a paid experience, then certainly Gumroad is a good place to get started. All right. So bringing this all into kind of cohesive experience, if you want to step up and market your holistic experience, build yourself a Facebook page. All right. And then start to position your content on there. And if you are going to be using a microblog like Tumblr, whether you produce a 3 to 5 part blog series and use it as evergreen marketing, or you want to do something consistent, you can do that. But also I'd recommend to people to use Facebook as a microblog. Use Facebook as an actual mini blog. And again, you can position your publications, your products, and then your podcast. Now, with your podcast, you also want to make sure that for your free initiatives, that you are leading people into your publications and your products. All right. So you want to leverage your podcast. You don't have to make your segment entirely about that, but this is a way to monetize your free podcast, is have products and also introduce them to a community, your next level of podcast or so. These can be short form types of podcasts, that you do. You can also use YouTube shorts or short form podcasting using YouTube, because YouTube has a podcasting initiative as well. And so again, you leverage your free to lead into the fee. All right. But these are just some simple ways that you can get started with making money online using KDP for your publications, using Zoom recordings to do product development, and then uploading them to Gumroad so that you're able to sell your products, and then using the podcast feature also in Gumroad, but also some of the other platforms that I named that you can use for your free podcasting and then lead into the paid initiatives. I mentioned that you can use a Facebook page and also use tumblr.com and Blogspot if you want to be able to flesh out your marketing a little bit more and be able to have an online presence, a certain way. So I hope that this micro lesson has provided you with tremendous value, and that you will get started. Give yourself at least 30 days to kind of put all of this together. You don't have to wait for 30 days to get started and showcasing yourself, but at least give yourself 30 days to start producing the publications and the products. But you can get started podcasting right away. But again, if we want to make money online with the publications and the products, then you want to produce those. And with KDP, again, you can be published in 24 to 72 hours. With Gumroad, once you upload your product, it is live then, okay? But again, just test this out for 30 days and then see where you need to go from there. But again, I hope this has been valuable for you, and I hope that you will join me for other micro lesson mastery trainings in the near future. Take care.